he had no plan. And you know when God says in the Word of God, Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you." And you're thinking to yourself, okay, a plan, a hope, and a future. And you're like, hey God, can I maybe suggest a plan B? Have you ever asked God, God, can I suggest a plan B? If you said, Lord, if only you had given me this, or Lord, if you just can change this, then I know that I would have the joy. You know, it's really interesting that we as human beings, we make our joy in God circumstantial to our, I guess, surroundings or our pain. And we think to ourselves, well, if only something circumstantially changed, then my joy would be full. But I want to read from Philippians chapter 4 this morning and share about contentment. Would everybody say contentment?
Contentment.
Say it again.
Contentment.
I want to read about contentment here this morning. And for those of you who do not know much about me, I was born this way. There's no medical reason why this happened. I'm 26 years old. I am an operations manager and president of a non-profit called Life Without Limbs, based in California, and I have some wonderful friends here who brought me to China for the second time, Ignatius and KO. I don't know where KO is, I think he's backstage. But thank you, Ignatius and KO, for having us here, and Francis, thank you so much for organizing me coming back. We actually were in, how do you pronounce it? Where were we yesterday? Sufan? Yeah, we were there to talk to some, I think about 1,200 teenagers between ages 6 and 18, those who were affected by the earthquake over there, and I was able to just bring hope under the umbrella of the Red Cross, which is really cool. So, you know, I go out as an evangelist some places, and obviously I can't share the gospel everywhere, but if I cause any trouble, I don't leave any fingerprints behind. But I probably from the accent, I actually was born in Australia, and I've traveled 25 countries, and I'm an evangelist who's been able to preach to 3 million people approximately, and hug about 350,000 people, and that's why my arms fell off. But I love God, and I love sharing from the Word of God, because the Word of God is an absolute truth, and it's amazing that when we compare our plan to God's plan, we in the end must pray like Jesus did. People ask Jesus how to pray. And we know that we have that Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.